Moment centered. There we go. We are live. Hello, people. And good morning. No White Claws today. None. Oh, I should turn on my mic. It's so soft. There we go. That should be better. Okay, so Brandon is here this time. It's not just me.
Were they here last time?
You were, well, talking about the trade deadline one.
Oh, right.
Trade deadline one. It was just me. Anyways, I'm glad I made some. Hopefully, everyone's getting through injuries okay. They've been just
Probably
a little
not.
bit brutal. Not fun at all. I'm glad I dropped Yamamoto. It makes me feel very good. By the way, did you put this in the Discord?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that people know that we're alive, you know? That's
Mhm.
important. I haven't set lines today, actually. Should probably do that. Have you set your lines?
Yeah, I really don't know whether I should sit or start Brian Russ.
I hate you. I hate you so much. God. Yeah. When I woke up, the email when you got Brian Rust, when
Why
I
did you
got
get
the email,
emailed?
because I have the Yahoo thing. Like they just emailed me telling me if it
Oh,
was a
because you
wafer
you
was
had an
successful.
unsuccessful.
Yeah. And so it said
Why did you
unsuccessful.
even bid? You knew I was gonna outbid you.
So at first I only saw the 15. I didn't see that you had bid 25. And at first I thought that you would have bid 15 and just beat me on a tiebreak, and I was super angry. And then I realized you bid more, and I felt much better.
I bid
If you
enough
had
to
beaten
beat
me on a
you
tiebreak,
and tiebreak Brett.
oh my god. Hang out
Who
at
did
drinking
not bid?
games.
Actually,
I know. I'm
only
shocked.
you. Only you and Dean. What the
I
hell?
know. I'm shocked.
I feel like the other people just didn't realize it, and
Yeah, I don't think they noticed.
Dale didn't have any moves left, so he couldn't.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be the same thing for Brett. I probably should have checked that.
Yeah. By the way, I have only one question here for today. Do I start would you start Tyler Ennis or Timo Meyer?
For what?
Points.
Points only?
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
point like I care mostly about points. Like they get the most points.
I don't know. I'm not that high on Ennis. I think I'd start Meyer. I know that Ennis like scored 2 goals in his first game and fun stuff or whatever, but
Ennis has a 4-star rating today though.
ooh, Kieran has a 5-star rating at Tampa because he has 5 points in his last 5 games, which date back to before the injury. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Timo Meyer has 2 stars against a tired Pittsburgh team. San Jose is actually favored today, and Martin Jones is starting. Just a fun fact.
Against the Pens?
Against the Pens. The Pens are on a 3-game or 4-game losing streak, I think, right now. And they've lost to
Yes.
bad teams. They lost to LA, they lost to Anaheim, and I forget who they lost to before that.
They'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be okay. It's almost like
They'll
good
be
teams
fine.
go on bad skids.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh currently has lost 5 in a row, not 3. But the Metro is silly. The Pens are 4 points off of the top spot. And then there's Columbus, who currently holds that second wild card spot. But they're probably going to lose it because Carolina has 3 games in hand. And they're only 2 points away. Man. Oh, Chris Kreider, the Rangers
are a good team.
You know how mad I am now that we didn't trade Kreider? Oh, I'm hiding your face. Oops.
Good job.
Yep.
Why do you do this to me?
I don't know. People don't want to see the face. Okay, so let's start off with some of these questions here. Now that we've talked random stuff. So the first one is from Chad. Start Dadenoff or Comfort in a points league? Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
They're going. Florida's against Winnipeg, but yeah, I go Dadenoff there.
Definitely Dadenoff. We should skip to the
Oh, Multicat Monsters. Yes, yeah. To the YouTube members.
Looks like Yamamoto's doing. I know. Yeah, the Yamamoto thing has been very weird. Actually, they keep going back and forth about whether or not he's actually coming back soon or not. So I don't know. I assume since they're still considering him for today that, yeah.
Oh, you know who else I need to decide between? I need to decide between Mike Smith and Bob.
I can't believe we're here.
I know. This is where we've gotten to. I need to decide between Mike Smith and Bobrovsky. Like, they're both terrible options.
I would probably play Bob. I would probably play Bob.
I've never felt less sure of a thing.
I
mean, Florida's actually not favored today.
I know, but I'd still probably play Bob.
Okay.
Here to hang out and drink a Gretzky, Bill. No, you're not.
No.
Nobody drinks Gretzky's.
If you drink a Gretzky,
I talked about this with my wife, and she's like, she used to order the extra at Dunkin' Donuts.
Which
I guess is like similar. I can't imagine it's 9x9, but I'm sure it's too much and too much. So know what.
Yeah, what the hell? No, thank you. No, thank you. Hey, Shanae, welcome. Made it this time early. You're up early on the West Coast too. I'm still sleepy. Oh, you went to Devoción? Is it bad that I recognized it? Like, I recognize it just from the DE.
There's one downstairs from you, like literally attached to the building.
Wow, that's awesome. I can't wait
to
live
with overpriced
when I move back.
Like, I mean, they're good, but
they always have been
expensive.
They always have been. New York coffee shops in general are expensive, but so are Seattle ones. All the city ones are.
They decorate the place like it's like an atrium. Like there's like plants everywhere, and people just sit there all day long on their laptops, which is fine, but it's a bit much.
Yeah, it is a little bit much. Okay, so now let's move on to. I don't think we have any more.
I will say, if you're in Brooklyn, in my area, the coffee I like the most is from the Coffee Project, which is over by BAM and Barclays Center and stuff.
I never went to that one.
Nobody did. I didn't even know about it until I was here, and then I looked it up and I was like, 5-star on Yelp. What's going on? And yeah, their prices are slightly cheaper than Devoción, and like, it's really good.
I remember we all used to.
They're I would say a little bit. They're very like hipster-ish. Like,
shock.
Like the first time I went there, I got a deconstructed latte, which is the stupidest thing. But they basically give you espresso and then the milk by itself that they use, and then like the latte, like an actual latte next to it, and they like explain where everything came from and stuff you'd expect in Brooklyn.
That is the most Brooklyn thing I've ever heard, and I'm also shocked that you're the one that did that. What was that place we used to go to on 28th when we used to be on Stumptown? Yeah.
Stumptown's really good too.
Stumptown's pretty good.
And as far as like cold brews that aren't nitro, I like Birch the most in the city, in the New York City area. So there you go. That's my whole coffee thing. If I'm getting a latte, I want to get it from Coffee Project if I'm in Brooklyn. If I'm getting any hot coffee in Manhattan, I'm getting it from Stumptown probably. And if I'm getting cold brew, it's from Birch. So
I'm actually a big fan of Starbucks cold brew. I'm just saying.
But nitro is different. I feel like nitro cold brew, no matter where you get it, it's going to put you in the clouds regardless.
No, I think the thing I like the most about Starbucks' cold brew is that it's the most consistent of like all the small coffee shops. They're good, but there's been times that I go in and they're awful.
Birch,
because they're too concentrated or whatever. I don't know.
Birch is good.
I gotta go to Birch
in the city, which I mean, I assume you don't have one in whatever dumb place you live now, but
maybe I might. Okay, let's. So I don't think we have any more questions from YouTube members. So let's take some of the normal questions here. From Treehouse Humor, would you drop any of Ennis, Suzuki, Martinez, or Severson for Vatanen, Gerard, Myers, Haula, Vetrano, Kempe, Tanev, or Kovalchuk? I don't think so. Actually, I think I'd stand pat with
Martinez. I wouldn't be holding on long term unless you need the blocks.
Yeah, not long term, but for now he's fine.
Honestly, I think I would drop Martinez for Kempe. Really? I know that like I'm probably the only person on the planet talking about Kempe right now, but I
mean, you used to hate Kempe.
Yeah, because he was a third liner that like occasionally played top power play, and now he's a first liner that plays top power play. His situation's changed pretty drastically. I'm pretty high on Kempe rest of the season. I feel like nobody's talking about him. So that would be an option. I think Vatanen's also an option for dropping Martinez, but I mean he's still injured. He's probably not coming back until mid-March. So I don't know if now's the time for that.
Yeah.
If I win this week, you get the second buy slot. Murray's been real rough last few starts. So if I win, I should replace my third goal with Ullmark or Shesterkin. Shesterkin's still hurt. Honestly, I don't. No one knows how hurt. Shesterkin does not come back before fantasy playoffs are over.
So here's the thing, though. Someone was talking. There was quite a few people when there was when they announced the injury. There was a lot of people, and again, it's anecdotal, but there were a lot of people that were commenting saying that they had the same injury before and that they came back in like 2 weeks. Like they were fine.
They're
not
taking 100-mile-an-hour pucks to the chest.
Right, but even when you're taking like 100-mile-per-hour pucks to the chest, like one, you've got world-class medical teams like helping you.
There's no reason to bring him back early.
Yes, there is. They're trying to make the playoffs.
Oh, now they are. Yeah.
Yeah, now there is.
But that's a fool's errand. I think they know that.
No, it's not. They kept fucking Kreider.
Yeah. But Kreider still, like, you can make the argument that the Rangers aren't going to be out of it for long enough that Kreider deal won't make sense. Like they could make the playoffs in the next few years.
They could
once Kakko gets not sucky. But
I mean, what's weird is that Ben for Kakko trade still kind of works.
I think we'll find out sooner than later about whether Shesterkin is going to be playing.
I would.
If they lose a few games in a row, then it's just over.
Also, if you have like an IR plus slot you can put him in, I would absolutely grab Shesterkin because they have good off nights too.
Have him over Murray though, unless you know he's coming back.
Unless you can put him on IR plus.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I would. Well, not over him. Yeah, you're right. Okay, the next one here from Elliot. Sit start Binnington, Francouz, or Rinne, or ultimately drop Rinne completely. Any chance he's worth keeping since he has had a couple good games and they're fighting for the playoffs? Well, the thing is with Rinne that Saros has also had a few really good games here.
He's like 4 in a row that were solid.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you've got Binnington, Francouz, the only thing that scares me about dropping Rinne in that scenario is that Francouz, if Grubauer comes, I mean, Francouz might be the starter now, honestly, or at worst a split.
Saros is starting again today.
Yeah.
So that's great for him. Saros has been very good.
He's been phenomenal. I'm so glad I kept.
We talked about him pretty early on when he started taking over the.
Wow. You are wired today.
Yeah, I'm. I've had a few mimosas.
I knew it.
New York City.
A little bit of bottomless brunch. Okay, I would say here.
I didn't get that heavy with it, but yeah.
I would definitely do Binnington, Francouz. Rinne is not starting, obviously, so you're obviously sitting Rinne. And honestly, I wouldn't be against dropping Rinne at this point. Rinne has been dropped in my keeper league. He's dropped in a few other ones. Like, I just don't think he's really worth it.
Velarde in LA for face-up wins and shots? Not really. I don't think this is going to be like in redraft leagues. This isn't his year.
I would rather take Chernak upside than Velarde upside.
Velarde, personally. He's going to get somewhere between 12 and 14 minutes a game. So
yeah. Let's see what's the next one here. Or let me check if there's any multi-cap monster questions. No, Carson, no white claws this morning. I'm going with a protein shake instead. So I actually hate myself even more.
Would you drop Pleiss?
Wow.
Pleiss or Blackwood for Francouz rest of season? I would drop Blackwood for Francouz.
I don't know. Blackwood's been good.
I know he's been very good, but this is the same thing. This is the same thing that I feel like I was saying about Columbus for a long time. Where like something isn't adding up here, and with Jersey, it's even more pronounced than it was with Columbus. Where like I don't understand how Blackwood can have good games to the extent that he has this season. Francouz, like at this point, I don't see Grubauer coming back before. I mean, I don't know. When is your finals? I guess that becomes the question because in our league, our finals is in the middle of March. Essentially, we leave out the last 2 weeks, and I don't see Grubauer coming back before that.
I dropped Grubauer for what it's worth in my league, and now I'm running with. You know what I'm really so going back to Saros really quick. You know what I'm really happy about? I needed to drop someone to activate. I forget who it was. I need to activate someone, and I decided to keep Smith over Saros. I'm very happy about that. I wish I would have dropped Bob and kept Smith and Saros. That was the right move. But
what a time to be alive.
And now I have no ads, so someone can grab Saros instead of me.
Nobody, I swear, people still aren't paying attention to him.
He's finally up to 31%
owned, but it's taking forever.
It's crazy. Okay, so we've got 2 multi-cap monster questions here from YouTube members. For left wing, Miller, Landeskog, Hoffman, Hall, pick 2. Still have Hall. So this comes down to starts for this week.
Wait, this is the coming week.
This is the coming week, yeah. So for this next week, gotta start 2.
Somebody dropped Hall in the couple for us, and I was not paying attention.
I'm so sad. I know.
It's annoying a little bit.
So sad. I'm not that sad about it, to be honest.
He just has a decent schedule for us.
So Miller has, I mean, off nights don't really matter because you're starting 2. So it's really just net starts. Shanae. So Landeskog, Hoffman, Hall. Miller has 3 games. Landeskog has 4 games. So you start in Landeskog. Florida has 2 games, so not Hoffman. And Arizona has 2 games. So you're starting Miller and Landeskog, in my opinion.
I'm glad I have a bye week next week in our main
I know.
League.
I hope I get my bye week. God, I need that week to retool with all my injuries. And here's Brandon Ford, keep 6 points league. Stamkos, Rust, Kucherov, Hedman, Brady Tkachuk, Morgan Riley, Bobrovsky, and Kemper. So Stamkos, Kucherov are obvious, and Hedman are lock-ins. So that's 3.
Well, Stamkos is hurt.
No, well, keep 6. Yeah. Keep 6. So I'm guessing we're talking about who you keep.
If it's a points league, like
yeah, I'm not keeping Rust.
I think I would keep Rust in a points league at this point.
Really?
Yeah. I think Brady is the question mark. Because
I would keep Bob and Kemper, honestly.
It depends. Yeah, it depends. It depends on what peripherals get you in this points league.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's like a points heavy league, like for actual goals and assists, then Brady falls off pretty heavily.
Yeah.
If that's, you have way too many Lightning players. You should probably trade one of them
next year. Yeah. Maybe Stamkos.
Maybe even this, like before you have to make your keeper picks.
Yeah.
Depending on what's going on. But Stamkos, Kucherov, or Hedman, one of them should probably go. Yeah. Riley's interesting, honestly, because Riley is probably going to get back to top power play because I don't see how the Leafs sign Barrie this offseason.
They were trying to trade him at the trade deadline.
He's not going to sign. There's just
there's no way
without like significant movement. Which, I mean, if any team can be kind of given a crown for circumventing the cap, it's the Leafs.
Absolutely.
But still. I would bet that Morgan Riley gets top power play again, although I still think that 70-point season is an anomaly regardless.
Yeah. And then what's an IR plus slot? Does that allow out and day-to-day? Yes, that's the beauty of IR plus, is that it allows those other designations instead of IR. So I'm in a few different leagues. There's one league, I think my keeper league moved exclusively to IR plus. So it used to be like 1 IR, 2 IR plus.
IR plus slots.
Yeah, now it's all IR plus. So like I'm a big fan of IR plus instead of IR. There's another league, my points league, for example, is 1 IR plus, 1 IR, which is kind of interesting and also sucks because I don't know. The only reason I feel like players are getting placed on IR less and less.
Yeah.
So IR plus is pretty important in my opinion.
I think in my opinion, and this is the change I plan to make to our main league. We only have 2. Before we had 1 IR plus and 1 IR. This season I changed it to 2 IR plus. Next season I think I'm going to add an IR slot.
Yeah, make it 3.
Just because, like, sometimes you have these players like the Tarasenkos and the I mean, Gensel's a bad example, but players that like may come back at some point late in the season, and like to have to drop them because you don't want to eat what's essentially like possibly a short-term IR slot kind of feels weird.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't want to like have too many IR plus slots because like tricky players will find a way to exploit that. Like you can get players that are considered day-to-day that are going to play in the next game or the next couple games or whatever, and you can actually like swap in and out of IR plus throughout the week and get extra starts if you're really tricky about it. This is like beyond a casual league at this point, but it's definitely like a viable strategy.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's move back up and talk about some sit-start questions, or more general. Considering picking up Tyler Ennis for playoffs next week, what do you think about him for the rest of the season? I already have RNH and Yamamoto. If you already have RNH and Yamamoto, I probably stand pat. But that being said, like...
Yams may not be back for whatever that's
worth. And the thing, too, is next week, actually... Edmonton doesn't have that great of a schedule next week. I mean, they play 4 games, so maybe you can fit them in. But they don't really have the best schedule. The best schedules next week are definitely Colorado, who has 4 off nights, Anaheim, who has 3, Detroit has 3, Vancouver has 3, and Calgary has 3. Those are the best teams by far. And then Edmonton has 4 games, but only one of them is an off night. So it's kind of if you can play them, sure. But if not, I wouldn't grab Ennis solely for the sake of schedule next week. And even that being said, I'm not super high on him rest of season. And if you look at the games next week, they play Nashville and Dallas back-to-back, and they play Chicago and Columbus. Those are not easy teams to score on. Chicago maybe, but Nashville, Dallas, and Columbus are not easy teams to score on.
Is Athanasiou in for today?
He is in.
He's in.
He's in. He's back. Yeah, so Athanasiou.
I got Patrick Russell in my Dynasty League, who replaced him on top line.
Oh, wow. Well, he's not anymore.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay, the next one, Points League. Who's a good streamer for just tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Gusev is a good one, even though they'll be tired. Oh wait, no. Yeah, Gusev will not be tired. Gusev is a good one.
Gusev will be tired.
No, he won't. He's playing LA. Rested. Oh wait, no. Today's Saturday. He is tired tomorrow, but it's against Anaheim. So Gusev is a good one. Who else?
I would
Backlund,
play
I guess.
Anybody from Anaheim against
Anaheim is great
team.
Ones.
Like anybody.
Yeah, Adam Henrique,
Getzlav, Henrique, any of these guys.
Yeah, those guys are good.
Backlund is a decent option against a sludge match against Florida, which means both teams are tired.
Yeah, Columbus has some interesting options.
Interesting option against a tired Vancouver team at home.
Yeah. Who knows who they're playing in net? Is Domingue gonna get its start?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, Blackwood. Blackwood will play.
No, Domingue.
Not Blackwood. Schneider.
No, Domingue, sir, for Vancouver.
Oh, dude, I never know where Domingue is anymore.
I know he's always somewhere else. It's ridiculous.
He's been in like 4 teams in the last 2 years.
It's ridiculous. And then also don't forget that the Rangers play against Philadelphia on Sunday. That should be an interesting game. And pay attention to who takes Kreider's spot. That could be semi-interesting, but not really.
I think Booch will get top power play, which makes it interesting again. But
yeah, I don't expect it to be that interesting, but it might be. Okay, the next one here, Joseph Yim is still worth holding on to Armia. Nah, I dropped Armia.
Yeah,
I'm over it. Lauren, sit 1, Tavares at Vancouver, Nelson at New York, Mantha at Ottawa, Toffoli at Toronto, Svech at Montreal, Rust at San Jose, Olofsson at Arizona.
Here every week.
Yeah. Hello, Lauren. I love seeing names that I recognize all the time, which are a lot of you.
Yeah. Actually, most of the people at the top have been here. Like
week. Bill, I recognize Shiny Fish from Twitter as well. Vishal.
And Discord. Shiny Fish.
And Discord, yep. And Nathaniel, Treehouse Humor. A lot of people in here that come through quite often. Okay, so
Nelson isn't at the Islanders for that.
Oh, right.
He plays for them, but
technically he is at.
He's
New York Islanders
against Boston, which is probably going to be your bench, I think.
So probably Nelson. Yeah, I'd bench Nelson there. Okay, what's the next one here? So injuries have sucked. Yes, they have. All right, here we go. Sit start at the gym, round 2. Talk about a mind and body workout. Yes, sir. Don't get injured like all the players, though. I know. I need to go a little bit later. Oh, by the way, I'm going to Waterfront to hang out with Gianni's for Gianni's birthday.
Gianni's birthday? How old is he? 15?
I don't know. I think he's turning 12 actually. I'm taking my brother with me. This should be an interesting crowd. It always is. It's always interesting. He invited me, and then he's getting like oh god. So he asked for tables because it gets pretty packed, and so he's getting tables, and he asked them if they could do White Claw buckets for the tables.
God, I hate him so much.
And they were like, we don't normally do White Claw buckets for the tables, but because it's your birthday, we'll make an exception. Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting myself into here, to be honest, but I guess we'll see.
I mean, it's so obvious why Gianni left here. It's
so obvious. Like
he fits in way too well with LA.
Fun fact about Gianni, people don't know this that are listening. If you haven't listened to us long enough, I don't even think the episode is up anymore. But a long time ago, we thought that it might be funny on Fridays to bring in people that don't really know about hockey and ask them things. This is like a little bit of like instead of 10 takes
episode of the entire podcast.
It's like 4 years ago, and Gianni, who's a Canadian, came on and just like shamed himself in every way possible. Like he
just ragged on the Leafs for like an hour.
Yeah, just ragged on the Leafs
and like with not a whole lot of structure.
Yeah, and so we ended up just deleting the episode. But who knows? Maybe one of you out there actually were around long enough to.
I remember it was the 9th episode of all time, and at the time, it was our most popular episode because you shared it with a bunch of people.
Yeah, it was funny. We had like done nothing, and he shared it everywhere, and like he still takes credit to this day that he's the reason that the podcast did anything. Okay, what's the next one? Mitchell, sit 2, Cassian, Coleman, Armia, Burakovsky, Rust, full bangos. Bennington is not starting tonight. That's a good point, Elliot. Mitchell. So I guess you're going to be sitting both Rene and.
Yep, Francouz it is. He even starts.
Yeah. Okay. So Cassian, Coleman, Armia. Yeah, I would sit Armia for one.
Armia and
Cassian probably because Athanasiu's back.
Yeah, but where do we even know where he's lining up?
No, but I'm saying Cassian just because it feels good. He kicked someone in the chest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the right answer. I'm gonna double check and see if they've announced anything about Cassian.
Also, how good did Leonard look last night? Like, wow.
Yeah.
They have Athanasiu's top line right now, but they don't have Cassian coming back. Do they? Weird. Do I see him? I don't see him anywhere. Do you see him? I don't see him.
What is going on with the Preds?
What happened?
Are these just random lines? Their top line is Blackwell, Johansson, and Sissons? Really?
Time to check Frozen Pool and see if that was what they played. You want to take the next question? I'm going to look this up.
Oh, this is this morning.
Is it?
Yeah. I have Blackwell. I picked him up in our... Booch got power play 1 instead of Kreider.
Let's go. Well, Kreider's dead, so...
Yeah.
I mean, that line of Blackwood, Johansson, Sissons only got 16% of the time last game. So
Blackwell. But they're moving to that...
Blackwell, whatever.
I mean, yeah.
But I mean, okay. I don't know why he's
their
top line.
In practice, Cassian's third line, so you're benching him.
Yeah, benching Cassian. Goodbye, Cassian.
By the way, if you're in our Discord, there's a news section at the top that basically has a bot that retweets all the beat writers as they say injuries and line rushes and stuff like that. That's where I just got this from. Oh crap! That means the guy that I have in, Patrick Russell, is not going to play.
Not going to bench him. Yeah, probably should. Okay, where did I leave off here? So we got that one. We got that one. Okay, this is from Kobe Hockey.
I'm going to play Blackwell.
Okay, you're going to play Blackwell. Go for it. Why not? 16% of the game.
Blackwell and Rudolph's Balsers.
I don't know how to Detroit. I've never known how to pronounce his name. Balsers. I think of Bowser.
Bowsers.
Yeah. Bowsers. Kobe Hockey Nick.
Line, Chris. I mean, I don't know. I'm just reading what the beat writer tweeted out as the first line. Johansson's been a first line center, but you're probably right that it's technically playing third line minutes. Yeah.
I'm in such a pickle for goaltending. I have Hart, Allen, Campbell, and Grubbs, and he's IR. It is 16-player league, so there's not really good goalies on waivers, and you need 3 goalie appearances. Wow. So I'd probably be using your ads. I mean, I know there's not...
You have Hart. Hart's going to get you probably 2 a week on average.
Yeah, so the Hart will get you around 2, and then I think then what you need to do is probably... I would actually drop Allen and Campbell, probably. Maybe not Allen because Binnington's been struggling, but Campbell for sure, because I don't think they're going to be going with him as much because they're fighting for a playoff spot. So I just don't see Campbell really getting that many starts here. And then at this point, like for you, I would wait until Saturdays, Sundays to make your ads. And who cares if it's a good goalie appearance? You just need a appearance.
You're picking up Subban. He will not get a lot of starts on the Hawks.
Yeah, no.
Crawford's been pretty good lately. Subban is worse than Leonard, and the Hawks are giving up on the playoffs. So
yeah. I mean, Hawks gave up on the playoffs when the season started, so
they did. Most of the West did.
Yeah. Start Vasilevsky against Calgary or Jari versus Sharks purely for wins.
I don't think he's gonna play.
I think he will play. They had back to back. Murray played yesterday.
Last game. Murray played? Really?
Murray played last night, right?
Maybe he did.
Fairly positive Murray played yesterday. I was watching the game at a bar. I don't know how I ended up doing that, but it was an accident.
Why do I remember it as Jari playing?
I don't know. I'm only checking so I can tell you you're wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes. You're wrong.
Okay, so Jari's playing.
Price is not playing tonight. Wow.
Really?
Okay, that's Charlie Lindgren is in. Well, time to go set my lines, and I guess I play Mike Smith and Bobrovsky. What a dangerous lineup. What could possibly go wrong?
Know why I guess Tampa's been struggling lately, but I still think I'd play Vasilevsky, especially at home, over Jari.
I'm starting Bobrovsky and Mike Smith. Here goes my entire week. My entire week is about to get shelled into oblivion on one night.
Taylor Hall at Buffalo or Brian Rust at San Jose. Wow.
Probably Hall.
I don't know. I think both of them are good options.
Yeah, they are.
San Jose with Martin Jones in net.
San Jose's been playing kind of well though recently.
Yeah, but Martin Jones
and Penn's have been playing really poorly.
He might be the worst goalie that gets significant starts in the entire league.
So who's been doing worse? So Hall over. I mean, you got to play Hall. He's done a higher point pace than Rust over the last 30 days and 14 and 7 days. He's actually point per game over his last 2 games. Rust has been so on and off. He hasn't been consistent recently.
I think they're both good options. I really think you could play either one and feel fine with it. I don't think there's a winner.
But who do you choose? People come here for questions, not to tell them like, hey, either one is good.
Since he said
all, hold on, here we go. Okay, okay. What is Hall? Is Hall heads or tails?
Well, wait a minute.
Hall is Hall heads or tails?
If you have any other players
sir.
from Arizona, then I would play Rust. If you have any other players from Pittsburgh, then I'd play Hall.
And still, heads or tails? What is Hall?
Tails.
Okay. Siri, flip a coin.
Heads.
Okay. Oh no, it's not focusing. It's heads. It's not. It's heads. Heads. There you go. It wasn't focusing, but there you go. You can see it. It said heads. Okay, so there you go. You're playing Rust.
Yep.
Okay, what's the next one here? Should I use my
Cirelli, Forsberg?
Oh, that one, yeah.
Hornquist, Athanasiou, or Reinhardt?
Sit Reinhardt, I think.
I might sit Cirelli.
Reinhardt's been trash.
I would sit Cirelli, I think. Is he playing though? I mean, against Calgary. I mean, it's not a bad matchup, but Cirelli still, I just feel like is not quite consistent enough for me to want to play him against some of the other options. Yeah, I would sit Cirelli.
Okay. What's the next one? I kind of lost my spot.
The next one is
should I use my last waiver
spot to add Yamamoto? Last streamer spot for the week or the season? No, you do not drop Fiala.
You do not drop Fiala. No. Keep Fiala. Boston sucks.
Points only league. No, I don't think you
Varley.
Need to.
Oh god, for Muhammad, Varley or Bobrovsky? Varley
against Boston.
Are we talking about starts or are we talking about keep?
Probably a start.
Varley.
I think they're both. Trash. I would play Bob. I mean, this is maybe being a little bit reactionary, but I feel like the Islanders always struggle against Boston.
Just a little bit.
I'd play Bob today, but I would keep Varlam up long term.
Yeah, I agree. Nurse just got dropped by someone in my league. Should I go get him off the wire? I've got Chabot, Carlson, Graves, and Yandel. Yeah, I drop Graves for Nurse, I think.
Yeah, Nurse.
Although honestly, to be honest, I wouldn't be against dropping Chabot for Nurse. And then you just kind of get all your peripherals from defense. Chabot's been brutal for a while here. He's been brutal.
He's been better in the last couple of games.
Like literally the last 3 games. But he did this the last time he did this, he was good for like 3 games and then went on another like 8-game tear where he just didn't score. And that's not a tear. I don't know why I use that word.
He's back to playing 30 plus minutes though.
Yeah. I would probably drop Graves, but I wouldn't be against dropping Chabot, having all my peripherals coming from defense and then using forwards for points.
Also depend like yeah, that's probably the right answer. I'd probably drop Graves.
Yeah. How do you feel about adding Sod for next week in a 16-team Bangers Cats League?
I mean, I never feel good about adding Sod, but
never. But it's not a terrible.
Let me see what he's been doing lately. I feel like so he's back. He's top line right now.
Chicago has
power play.
Chicago has 2 off nights next week.
I don't know. I think he's okay. I'm not. It really depends on who else is available.
If Anaheim, I'm just telling people this is like a little, I guess, special for people that are on the stream, but like, if Anaheim keeps playing the way they are going to be amazing options for next week. They get Chicago, then they're tired against a rested Colorado team, tough matchup, but then they get a tired Toronto team at home and a tired Minnesota team at home, and both of them are off nights. So 3 off nights, 2 of them are fantastic matchups for them. Even Detroit has good games, to be honest. Or Colorado, not Detroit. Colorado has good ones. Well, Detroit has 2 rested versus tired games as well. But Colorado has by far the best schedule. They get the Ducks tired while they're rested, and they get the Sharks tired while they're rested. Man, I botched that. But yeah, Anaheim is a sneaky good play next week. Okay. What is it? Blue Bottle over all else in New York. Hot take. I don't like Blue Bottle personally.
I think Blue Bottle's fine.
It's fine.
There's something I don't like about their aesthetic, which is a weird thing to point out. But it feels like when I go into a Blue Bottle, I always feel like I'm going to like a doctor's office or something. It's like too clinical.
Yeah. I agree with that. They're here in they have them here in LA too. It's a little weird.
It feels like an Apple store, actually. It feels just like an Apple store going into a Blue Bottle.
Yeah.
Difference between the two, y'all talk about lattes and White Claws.
Standard points with blocks weighed as much as shots. Do I drop Geo, Weber, Quinn Hughes, or Burns for Trouba or Werenski?
No.
I would maybe... No, you know what? So I'm in a similar situation. I have Geo and Trouba. And I would keep Geo over Trouba.
I would just hold. I think you're good.
Yeah, I would hold with what you've got. Oh, and then Shanae, sorry we missed this. For center, Malkin, Zibanejad, Point, or Bergeron.
This is next week as well.
Yeah.
The Rangers have 3 games. Honestly, if Malkin's bad, he's still like one of the best centers in the league.
Pens have 4 games too. You got to play him.
Yeah. You can only start one, or are we benching one here?
I'm guessing it's start 2.
Probably.
Yeah. Tampa plays 4 games, so Point. I like Points. Point does get 2 Boston games though.
I think. Point and Malkin. Yeah.
Yeah. What does Bergeron play?
Plays 3.
Bergeron only has 3 games, and 2 of them are Tampa. Nah.
Yeah, I play Point and Malkin.
Yeah. Saros or Georgiev going forward. Oh, that's a tough one.
I like Saros.
I like Saros. I like both of them. I think if you count saves, I probably lean Georgiev.
Saros is making a ton of saves lately. Like, not to be discounted. He has been in his last 3 games, his saves were 36, 33, and 40.
Wow. Okay. That's I missed that.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe it's because I dropped him, so I'm purposefully not paying attention to him because I don't want to know what I missed out on. Okay, the next one from Chris Addy. Good day, guys. Looking at Vasilevsky versus Calgary, Kemper versus Buffalo, or Bob at Chicago. For what it's worth, I'm not going to be able to catch wins for the week. I need at least 1 start to hit my minimums. Well, if you need just 1 start to hit your minimums, I would go Kemper. Chris Addy. Oh, I skipped a lot, didn't I?
Yeah, we'll answer.
Oh, wow. Okay, we'll so I would, if you only need 1 start and you're not catching wins, I would just start Kemper versus Buffalo.
Kemper.
And that's it.
Definitely.
It's the safest play by far. Okay, now from Brennan, another name I recognize. Hey, boys, I have 2 ads to use for this week. Players I'm thinking of dropping are Trocheck. Already have Aho. Yeah.
Dell.
Yeah.
I don't think you need Dell with Saros.
I don't think you need Dell.
I don't think you need Schmidt either. Although this seems like a fairly deep league, considering you're also talking about Trocheck, Bertuzzi, and Bertuzzi.
Yeah.
I think Myers.
Well, Bertuzzi has a great schedule next week, so I wouldn't be dropping Bertuzzi.
Dell and Schmidt are the ones that come to mind to me. Schmidt is like okay for points, but he gives you so little else. It's like blocks and points. That's kind of it.
Yeah, I would. There's quite a few teams with bad schedules next week, to be honest. Arizona, Florida, and LA all have only 2 games.
Good thing we have a bye week in a couple, I think.
I know.
We have a bunch of LA players.
I know. We'd be absolutely screwed if it were starting this week. What about LA the week after? Oh, they've got 3 games, 2 off nights, tired teams. Let's go. Okay, now we can. Oh, here we go. From John, 6 defensemen in a banger league need to drop 1. Pionk, Risto, Geo, McAvoy. Don't even need to keep going.
Yeah.
Don't even.
It gives you hits and blocks, but not a whole lot else.
McAvoy. Drop Price for Halak points league. Only if you have Rask. Otherwise, no.
Otherwise, no. I think I would just keep Price.
If you have Rask, I wouldn't be. Hello, Carrie. Super Chat, Carrie. Thank you.
Okay, so I did say the next time we got a Canadian donation, I will go to Tim Hortons.
And this is here it is.
This is it. So next week I will go to the Tim Hortons. There's only one, and it's in Penn Station, which is, of course, it is. I will go get, I guess, a double because that's what you get, right?
Yep.
I'll take a picture of it and just frown.
You got to put it on. You got to put it on.
I'll bring Timmy's to work.
Yeah, you got to put it on the Twitter.
Yep.
Okay, so let's read it off. 12-team redraft, standard cast with shots on goal, hits, blocks, face-off wins. Move Stamkos to IR plus. Yes. Need to drop Vatanen, Riley, or Kadri. Yam is also available. Has already Athanasiu, Toffoli, and Olaf. Will be weak on faceoff wins with Stamkos out. I think I'd drop Kadri in this scenario.
I'm gonna say I would drop Riley.
Oh.
Like if Riley comes back, he's gonna be back to that power play 2. He just doesn't matter unless he's power play 1.
Yeah.
I actually think the Vatanen is better than Riley rest of the season. Not in a keeper, but in a redraft, I think so. Kadri, if you need the face-off wins, Kadri's gonna help with that when he comes back. Yams, I would like, but I wouldn't drop any of those guys for him, I don't think. AA is a maybe, but only if Yams comes back and gets top power play. Otherwise, I think they're basically similar.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what I do. Move Stamkos to IR. I drop Riley. Crazy as it sounds. And then if you want Yams, you'd have to probably move AA, but I don't know that I would.
Yeah.
I would wait for now.
Agreed. Okay, so the next one here, let's move a little quick. We've got 10 minutes until game start. So we already answered the Vasilevsky question. When is Markstrom going to move to IR? Yeah, I don't know. It's only 2 weeks. I dropped him, to be honest.
He may not. They may not ever move him to IR.
I dropped him
late in the season.
Knee injuries are always hit or miss. Like he's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks, which means he could be out another 2 weeks after that. I just dropped it.
You should argue for more IR plus or IR,
yeah,
IR and IR plus slots in that league.
Yeah,
Yamamoto's game time decision. He is, but
yeah,
I don't know. I keep hearing different information about how severe his injury is.
Yeah. 4 goalies, drop 1 moving into playoffs. Binnington, Varlamov, Bob, and Saros. Probably Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, Bob. Sorry. Point league, banger, but quite heavy on scoring and shots on goal. Any low owner center options you recommend for Saturday and Sunday? I mean, look at Ducks for Sunday at least.
Saturday and Sunday. I mean, the answer to me would have been
Backlund.
Stastny, but Stastny was Friday, Sunday, so you kind of
on that one. Backlund is one I like. The Devils may have an option.
Right? What are we looking for?
I don't know.
Just centers?
Just
heavy on scoring and shots.
Backlund is my favorite. Kempe, like Kempe. Yeah. Well, but Kempe's not. Is Kempe? Oh, he has center eligibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kempe and Backlund are my 2 favorites.
Backlund is playing. Who's he playing? Lightning in Florida.
Not a great schedule, but I mean, you don't really have that many options. He's the best.
LA, option, Chicago, and a tired Calgary.
Yeah, Kempe. Okay, what's the
Kempe or Backlund? I do give the slight advantage to Backlund considering how well he's been playing lately.
Yeah. Sam Dong, points only league, sit 2. Monahan, Kachuk, Elias Lindholm versus Tampa. Cirelli versus Calgary. Toffoli versus the Leafs. And Athanasiu versus the Jets. You have a lot of Flames.
I think I
said
misspelled
Monahan.
Every single name except for Monahan. Wow.
No, Lindholm's spelled right. No, it's not. The L is before. Cirelli is with an E. C-E, Cirelli. Toffoli's right.
No, it's not. 2 F's, 1 L.
Oh, is it 2 F's on Toffoli?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Athanasius.
I love it. Okay. Sorry, I had to. Okay,
I would probably bench Monahan.
I would bench Cirelli.
Yeah, I'd go Monahan, Cirelli. Probably. Yeah, that's what I would do. No, Zach Kassian is not worth it. As he will be 3rd line, Nathaniel. And you're welcome for the Kubalik advice.
I know, right?
I'll give it to Brandon.
People, the second he got top power play, he was on the radar.
Yeah.
I think that the understanding of what power play does to a player's like point production is so underrated. Like it can raise it by like 20 points pace. In fact, it probably should when you look at the difference between power play 1 and power play 2 on the majority of teams. Okay.
Did Burakovsky play top line yesterday?
I think so.
Let's see.
He didn't do much.
No, he didn't do much, but that's not what I care about next week is a ridiculous schedule. He did play with Landeskog and McKinnon. Hell yeah. So what I would say here, just skipping ahead to Lauren.
Which is interesting.
No. Lauren, I would grab a few of the options. Riley and Seiko available on IR. There's a lot of people available for you. I would drop Nelson, I think, and grab Burakovsky for schedule alone next week. You already have You have a bye week next week though, so it doesn't really matter. Or you will. It's a 10-teamer. Let me come back to that. IR is getting full. Any word Stamkos, Line, or even Tarasenko? Tarasenko looks to be last week of the season, if that. Yeah. So Tarasenko's probably a drop if you're
Line
in a pickle.
Is game time decision tonight, so he's probably fine.
So he'd be okay.
Stamkos is, we don't know.
Yeah.
And honestly, they're not telling us. They're basically saying he has a lingering problem, which is not what you want to hear. So that could mean literally end, like his season's over, or it could mean he comes back next game. We just don't know.
This is from Chris Devine. Athanasiou or Yamamoto?
In a vacuum, Yamamoto.
Yeah, in a vacuum, Yamamoto. I think they're kind of equal because neither one is top power play. I like both of their lines. I like Yamamoto's line more because it's RNH and dry, but
yeah,
I don't like. They're both kind of equal to me. Is there any alternate universe where you start AA over Hornquist or Evander Kane a points banger league tonight? Yes. Yeah. If you need points alone, like let's say you're good.
I might start him over Kane.
Yeah, I think I'd probably start him over Kane to be honest. Like, yeah, Kane has just not been getting points recently. Sit one of Toffoli, Turbo, or Marner tonight. Am I crazy to sit Marner over the other two guys? Bangers League.
You are crazy. I know that he has not been so strong lately, but
I would
still the best, and he's playing against Vancouver at home.
Yeah.
So Demko's not been very good. He let up 5 goals in his first game. So
yeah. Looking ahead to next week / playoffs, would you drop Foligno for Yamamoto? Yes.
Maybe. Wait to see what happens with Yamamoto first.
Columbus has a pretty okay schedule. It's not like the worst thing in the world.
Yamamoto has to come back though. You don't want to make that drop and whiff it. So, especially if you need to play next week.
Columbus has 2 off nights next week for what it's worth. They only have 3 games.
Balcars?
2 off nights. And then
Balcars.
The week after that, Columbus has.
That right still, I need the umlauts.
So March 9th, the week of March 9th, Foligno has 2 games only. Only 3 games March 16th with 1 off night, but next week they have 2 off nights. So only 3 games, but they do have 2 off nights, so it could be helpful.
I didn't even notice this didn't pop up. Carrie again, buy Timmy's and drink it on the next FHP. Ooh. Well, that's going to be interesting because that means I have to buy it at Penn Station and come home, which is like a half an hour.
You've got to go to Penn Station.
I'll be like, give me the hottest coffee you've ever made and give me the double on the side.
Wait, Rust IR.
What?
Artem, what are you talking about? Was Artem just trolling here? I think Artem was trolling here.
Yeah.
That's what's the next thing? Rust or Perron and Cats. I need power play points and goals. Oh, they were typing Rust or. Okay.
Oh.
Rust or Perron and Cats. I need power play points and goals. Oof. I think Perron at this point.
Rust is more likely to get you the goal though. But
but
who do they play? Dallas for St. Louis. I would play Rust. I really would. I play Rust.
They've both been pretty similar players. Perron, I'd go Rust. I mean, in the last 14 games, Perron has 2 goals. In the last 13 games, Rust has 3 goals. They're pretty similar players.
That sounds like 50% more goals for Rust.
Yeah, just a little bit.
This is how you do stats to prove your point without actually proving your points.
But D Sammy, I'm in first in points league, 100 ahead of second. I have Vasilevsky, Hart, and Jari thinking of picking up a 4th goalie, Saros or Georgiev.
No, we've done this before.
We've done this.
Slightly prefer Saros, especially in a points league.
Yeah, Saros.
100 ahead of second. Do you need a 4th goalie? That's the big question.
Yeah. The other thing too is one thing. The only reason I would actually maybe say Georgiev, if you're doing a 4th goalie, I kind of like Georgiev over Saros because rest of season Nashville has the least amount of off nights of anybody. So that's the only thing that for example, that's why I dropped Saros because I took a look at my schedule and I don't know why I assumed I'd be starting Bob. I'm an idiot. I should have discounted Bob. But for most people, if you're running 4 goalies, normally Saros is going to be playing on the day of your other 2 main goalies. So he's not going to get you that many extra starts, whereas Georgiev has a lot of off nights, and he's going to get you extra starts, which for goaltenders matter. So that's one thing to kind of think about.
I'm going to jump down to the bottom here and answer some of these questions, and then we got to quickly. We have 3 minutes for the rest of it. So
okay.
if you count shots, hits, good Can we say bye week? That means sorry.
Did you get the Mantha versus Ottawa or Olofsson versus Arizona for play 1 from Caden?
No. I jumped down to the bottom to look through the.
I would do Olofsson. I would do Olofsson versus Arizona over Mantha versus Ottawa personally.
For playing play 1. I would play Toffoli in that one.
Which one is that one? Oh no, it's Olaf. Oh, I didn't see Toffoli. Yeah, I played Toffoli actually. I played Toffoli over Mantha and Olofsson. Agreed. I missed that. I'm gonna come back to this. Bob benefited from the Columbus move.
I'll come back to your Brendan. I have like 60 starts in semis, but it all depends on how many roster spots you have available. So it's hard to kind of compare our leagues if they're not the same amount of players.
Where is?
Think about Stalis rest of the season. He's whatever. I know he's been good in his last 4 games or whatever, but he'll get majority starts. That's about it.
Drop Devontae's to bring back Clefbaum, by the way, Alfredo.
Yep. Gets up the first duck to 40 points in 64 game mark. My God. Drop Borkop on IR if he's a droppable if I get an injury. Yeah.
Any other?
Backlund or Lee? I'm sad I said Backlund. I would play Backlund. He's been so good lately.
Klingberg or Chabot, points only. I'd go Klingberg.
Yeah. American Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah, Brandon, do you know about the Bandit versus Baby playoff predictions?
No, but we can do it.
So we can do the whole Bandit versus your Baby and see which one. I really need to get you a new cup.
Yeah, whatever. It's a good cup.
Okay. Also, the whole Bob only benefited from the Columbus D is not true at all. Because
Florida
if you
and
go
Columbus
back,
D last season were pretty similar.
Yeah, like if you go back and look at Columbus's D last year and where they gave up shots, they weren't that good. They're good this year. Everyone now is looking and saying, "Oh my God, look how good Korpisalo and what's his face Merzlikins have been." That's not how they played in front of Bob last year. It's not the case at all. He was good last year. The difference is more so that like while actual threat levels relative to average were the same for both, the difference is more so that for Florida, instead of those threat levels being from kind of around the face-off dots, for Florida, it's literally in front of the net, like right in front of the net. Whereas in Columbus, it was a little bit more spread out. Faced more shots, just the threat levels were a little bit different. So that's the Bob take. Not as I have a ton of starts during the playoffs too. I don't remember. I think I have like 54 in semis or something like that. Not counting Clefbaum yet.
I had 59 last time I set my lines when everybody was healthy.
Maybe I did have like 59. It's the week right now that's kind of screwing me is the finals. I only have like 52 in the finals right now, which is
I
not
think
good.
That's what I had too.
Really? Finals?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh,
I'll have more by the time I get there.
Oh wait, actually we do. You have. I remember we were pretty tied in finals, which is good. Semis not so much. Murray versus San Jose or Saros versus Colorado. Sit 1. Murray's not playing, so
yeah, Murray's not playing.
sit Murray.
Okay. Scrolling back up, where we leave here. Cats League start Eberle, Mantha, or Kubalik. Kubalik, I think. Kubalik plays who?
Where
Panthers, yeah, Kubalik. I don't know. I just found one. Let's scroll further up because that was a sit start question.
Okay. I think we didn't get to.
I think that's basically where we left off because I did the Stalock question.
Oh, Dubnyk and Stalock. Yes, Dubnyk and Stalock have something to share about worst starters, sir. Yep, that is true. That is very true. Yeah, since Crosby got back, for some reasons, Rust slowed down. On it, yeah, it's weird too. Rust is so unsustainably low. He's still getting minutes, still getting shots. Just nothing's working out for him. His IPP is low. All that stuff is just.
Who do you stream off of Anaheim? Milano? No.
Milano. I like Milano.
I know you like Milano. I don't like Milano.
Henrique is my favorite.
I would take Henrique, Getzlav, and well, maybe not Silverberg at this point, but
is Getzlav actually available though in a lot of leagues?
Yeah, he's sub 50.
Is he sub 50 still?
Yeah.
I wonder if he's available in my points league. Actually, I would pick him up.
Actually, Milano's not the worst option. He doesn't get a ton of minutes, but he's getting decent deployment.
There you go. It's deployment all that I'm betting on here. Let's see who's available in my points league from Anaheim.
For the question earlier, picking up Nurse, I got Carlson, Graves, and Yandel, but it's a keep 7, 14. I also have Reinhardt. I could grab Nurse, roll 5D.
Getzlav is available in my league.
Yeah.
I'm picking up all the Ducks next week.
Graves I still think Graves I don't know that that Nurse is going to give you more than Reinhart would, but he probably will give you more than Graves will.
Fun fact: the only duck owned aside from Gibson in my points league is Raquel, and that's it.
Yep. I would drop Boro if you get an injury. I think the only duck owned in our league in Hawkers is Gibson, I think, because I just dropped Raquel.
You got the Cats League start Everly.
Oh, Henrique, right? Henrique and Getzlaber owned, and Fowler. What?
Why is Fowler owned?
Because he was
on an inactive team.
Yeah.
I wonder. Nicholas, I made a deal in a 3 skater keeper and 1 goalie keeper. I traded Draisaitl for JT Miller, Stamkos, Pionk, and Price. What the hell? That is a huge haul. But in a series of moves, I traded Miller, Price for Line and Hellebuck. Love. I probably
seems pretty good.
That seems pretty damn. I mean, you essentially turned Draisaitl into Stamkos, Pionk, Line, and Hellebuck.
Yep.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Backlund or Lee? I'm sad I sat Backlund in the last 2 games.
Oh, I already answered this one.
You did? Okay, I missed that. And I answered the Alfredo one. Nathaniel in a 12 deep league. I was put onto y'all from a friend, and after listening and recommended a FHP to 5 of my peeps. However, a 12-person league, I know 6 of us listening, so it's interesting every week. I've always wondered what that must be like for leagues that have multiple people that listen to us.
Yeah.
Like, does everyone try to rush to grab the same people?
I wonder.
It's always been funny to me.
Isn't Kadri just garbage? Kind of, but he's all right in face-offs.
Also, big fan of Terry calling Tim Hortons Tom Hortons. Rick Bottom. Hey guys, I just wanted to thank you for all your great content and advice. I liked fantasy hockey before being a dedicated listener, but now it's a passion of mine. Maybe it's because I'm kicking ass. So what you would say is now you're no longer Rick Bottom, you're Rick Top.
You had to do it, didn't you?
Top of the league. Yes, sir. I want to do some kind of soccer chant about top of the league, but I'm not going to do it. I want to so bad, but I'm not going to do it. Just got offered Landeskog, Stone, and Brady Tkachuk for Panarin. Should I do this? From John.
Wow. How long is Stone going to be out for? Stone is out.
Wait, if it's a redraft, I probably do it.
Oh, is Stone coming back?
If it's a redraft, I probably do it regardless.
It's an LBI.
It doesn't matter. If it's a redraft, I probably do it. Landeskog's schedule alone makes it worth it, and then you get Brady for his peripherals.
Do you need peripherals? Is the points league?
Maybe not. I guess not. Oh, did he say points league?
He didn't say.
Oh,
that's why people are asking what the Cats are.
Nathaniel
Wolfson for a streamer spot.
Not against it.
It depends on what you need. I still am pretty high on Wolfson, and Buffalo has I know he's been bad for these last 4 games or whatever, but prior to that he was great, and I don't think that is indicative of what to expect going forward. And Wolfson has a pretty good schedule. Buffalo plays 4 games each of the 9th and the 6th week of the 9th and the week of the 16th, so he's pretty good to hang on
to. Yeah, Shanae, what Terry said. So a bye week is just when you have no game that first, like, for a week of playoffs. So while everyone else is playing, you get a bye week and don't have to play. So you just get to sit on the sidelines.
The top 2 teams typically get a bye.
It's a huge advantage because you can make moves for the week after and prep while the other people are still battling to make it there. It is a massive advantage if you know what you're doing. A lot of people I know actually don't take advantage of it. They literally
It's not BI week, by the way. Not like bi-weekly. It's BYI.
I mean, yeah.
Like bye.
Like bye. Ciao.
Bye week. Bye. Yeah, you don't have to worry about this week. But
should I swap Hannafin for Edler or Kling? Other defensemen are Dahlin and Letang. Yeah. Either one. If you need peripherals, Edler. If you need points upside, Klingberg.
Let's see. What do you think of Bobby Ryan? Is he for real?
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't think so.
Anomaly.
But,
yeah, anomaly.
I mean, it is good to see he clean himself up. Coming back from rehab, essentially.
So. Multiple organism. Shout out to you guys, too. Just officially won my league. $1,000 in my pocket. 400 points above everyone. Much love. Yes! That's amazing.
Nice.
I think... I wonder how much money we make people a year. Or lose. I wonder if we come out net positive for people at the end of the season with all the advice we give. I do wonder that sometimes. Pat Monahan, Start 2, Wheeler, Mantha, Toffoli, Olofsson. All cats are close. Wheeler, Toffoli.
Wait, where
Mantha,
are you?
Olofsson. Pat. It's after the $1,000 in my pocket.
Wheeler, Mantha, Toffoli, Olofsson. Wheeler definitely, yeah. And then
Wheeler, of course.
Foley, I think we already talked about,
yeah. Should I switch out Krug for Darlene? Darlin. I love that you call him Darlin.
Darlin.
How many games does he have next week? Wow, it's March next week. What the hell? I'm getting another tattoo on Tuesday, by the way, just in case you wanted to know.
What is it of?
I'm getting an Avicii tribute thing, but it's like it's not like a.
God, you're so LA.
Hold on. Okay, it's not actually. It's just like, so the actual design itself inside is like, I don't know if you don't know his music, but he has an album called The Days and the Nights. So essentially within his logo, it's like the juxtaposition of day and night. That's all it is. It's cool. I'm excited. I've wanted it for a while, but because you gave me a job, now I can afford it. So thank you for funding my LA lifestyle.
Switch out Cruz and Darlin. I know that you've got Bergeron and Pasternak or something. So with that in mind, and the fact that you have a weekly lock league, I think it's a good idea because Darlin's going to get more starts.
Yeah.
I think we skipped one.
Stay lock rest of seasons. Did we talk about that? I think.
Do we say worth holding these 4 points league? Bob, Varlamov, Saros, Bennington. I'd probably move Bob.
Nice. Shanae's getting a tattoo on Tuesday too. What are you getting? See.
Opinion on Iafallo. Dude gets 20 minutes a game. Oh, we skipped a couple, I think.
No, we didn't. I've never liked Iafallo.
Iafallo hasn't been good forever, but he's been decent this season, admittedly. However, he's back to top line. So Kempe, damn, that screws my Kempe play. And he's back to top power play. So Kempe actually might be Iafallo might be the move over Kempe.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Potentially. Iafallo's like a 55-point guy.
Yeah, Iafallo's a streamer. I feel like he falls right into like the Backlund territory where like he plays well for a while and he gets noticeable and then like so he's a good move.
Competing in goals, assists, points, power play points, start 2, Hischier, Meyer, and Hyman. Probably Meyer and Hyman. Tired Devils team.
Yeah. Although Meyer's against a Meyer Hyman, yeah, right.
In a Bangers points league, is Compher worth it for next week?
I don't know. I honestly don't think he's gonna keep. I definitely don't think he's gonna keep doing what he's doing. I also don't think he's gonna stay on top power play.
Arizona has only 2 games, so
yeah.
Wait, Compher's on Arizona now, right?
No, he's not. He's on Colorado.
What? Is he still in Colorado?
It's forever. Oh, he's been.
I thought he got traded.
He did not. He's also on top power play, and he's in play.
And I knocked over my mic again.
Good job.
What the hell? I thought he got. Why did I think he was on Arizona?
I don't know, because you're dumb.
Yeah,
but no, I think there's better options.
Yeah.
Moving forward, how are FHP constructed? Playoffs start for some people next week. When will FHP stop making content this season? We'll go. I mean, we're gonna go through the end of fantasy playoffs, and then like in playoffs, I don't really know what we'll do yet.
We'll do stuff. It just won't be as frequent.
Yeah, it'll be daily related, probably.
Yeah, like daily stuff. Like we'll probably still do like I think maybe 10 takes will move up to Mondays. Because there's going to be
is the answer. We just don't know yet.
We don't know yet, but like I would guess that something
you will have coverage for your fantasy playoffs.
Yes, and you'll have coverage through fantasy playoffs through the end of the season, and then we'll do playoff stuff. Like we'll probably do bracket challenge, give our predictions, maybe do like a little bit more, like 1 or 2 episodes a week. That's
do
more
like
general.
An NHL bracket challenge thing.
Yeah, we might introduce like a short 10-minute episode a day or every other day that talks about playoff matchups. And like daily, and move more towards like daily discussion. So like what players to use in DFS, that kind of thing.
Or like the Razzies, we got to start hitting at the Razzies.
I know the Razzies.
If you weren't listening to us last season, we started this annual. They have it in, it's not an academy, like an anti-academy awards thing to give awards to the worst things that have happened. So we're going to do that again this season where we give, worst player, worst goaltender.
I don't think it says unanimous this year. Last year was pretty unanimous. It was like Jonathan Quick and Laine for everything, and that's it. Yeah. I don't think it says unanimous this year.
Worst player will be tough.
Worst player will most disappointing player will be tough too.
Yeah.
What did I miss here? So that John trade, remember the Stone one? It's not a redraft.
Oh,
I want Panarin then. Panarin's just so good. I wouldn't give up Panarin even for Landeskog, Stone, and I forget who the other person was, but it doesn't really matter. Was it Olaf? No, I forget who it was. But anyways, I would keep Panarin still. Got way too many goalies and need to drop one. Anderson, Blackwood, Francouz, Smith, and Holtby way ahead of my league and need to fill a D spot. I think you can probably drop. You can drop Smith.
Is that drop Blackwood? Anderson with an
Craig? Craig Anderson. If it's Craig Anderson and Mike Smith.
It's got to be Anderson with an E. It has to be.
If it's Frederick, then
he's not been great either. But if you're way ahead in your league, I would. The thing is, Smith is going to get a lot of starts because he's going to have the off night, so you're going to be able to slot him in where you might not be able to.
That's why I like Smith.
So Blackwood or Holtby? Might even be Holtby.
Yeah, it might be Holtby, but I don't know. I mean,
it's Blackwood or Holtby to me. I think I would say Francouz, Anderson, Smith.
Yeah. Hey guys, I have 5 injured players. 3 of my 5 goalies are injured. Who should I drop? 3 of my 5 goalies. That's sad. That sucks. Reimer, Grubauer, or Ullmark? Reimer. Yeah, Reimer for sure. Currently in a battle for second in my league in the last buy spot for the playoffs. My brother-in-law is in first and kicking all our butts. If I beat him, I'm gonna buy you all a beer if I ever run into you, or a White Claw and some Tim Hortons. God, I hate that I'm associated with White Claws now.
I'm associated with Tim Hortons. What happened?
I know what happened to us. One is better than the other by far.
Well, good luck. Actually, maybe bad luck because I don't think I want White Claws and Tim Hortons. But
I have Price and Mrazek in wins, save percentage, goals against, 16-team league with Mrazek on the IR. I need to pick up a goalie. I basically need only one start from this goalie. Who do I pick up?
Depends who's available. Francouz, Saros,
Georgiev.
Smith.
Yeah, I like all those.
Y'all are worth using a keeper on next season between him and Meyer. That's actually interesting now.
That is.
Shouldn't have been interesting, but here we are.
Oh, there are the options: Allen, Elliott, Craig Anderson, Hutton. I'd go Allen.
Craig Anderson, Hutton. Yeah,
I'd go Allen. Leading in my league's President's Trophy after listening to you. Thanks. Now I just got to make sure I don't become last year's Bolts in a few weeks. That's what I always hope for. I always hope I don't. Pat, I'll echo Rick in multiple sentiments. Last year was my first ever playing fantasy hockey. You guys are the only resource I use, and I won my league last year and first in this year. Hell yeah. I love it. It's actually kind of surprising how many, because we're newer, I feel like we do get a lot of new players.
This is our 4th season.
We're still newer to the scene in terms of people finding us.
I mean, we're probably the oldest podcast besides Kim Carlson that's been doing it consistently. Like RotoWire, kind of daily Faceoff, kind of. I feel like they always take big breaks.
They do.
We've been around for a minute, but well, thanks.
Can you list all the players you've killed and rank? I feel like this is.
I have no idea. There's so many.
I feel like this is that game.
Oh, by the way,
you marry, which one you kill?
I think the answer is you won't know until the end of the season. We have to see if Fiala keeps this up and keeps his production up, and then it'll be a tough question, basically.
Also, I would drop Armia for Saros. I don't know if we answered that already.
Yes, I would drop Armia for Saros.
Athanasiou is on the wire. Drop one of Cirelli, Granlund, or Ennis. Yeah.
Ennis for Athanasiou is an easy switch.
Yeah, Ennis for Athanasiou all day. Vasilevsky, Binnington, and Kemper. Which two should I start for wins today? Binnington is not playing, so Vasilevsky and Kemper.
Yep. Drop Price for Saros, Crawford. Yes. I know that there's been some hint that Grice is going to split starts. I really don't think so. It's a saves league. You're going to want majority starts. So Saros, in my opinion, actually, I like Saros and Crawford. I like Saros more.
What is a White Claw? You're better off not knowing.
It's a spiked seltzer for idiots.
Yeah.
It's basically a wine cooler for millennials.
Yes, it essentially is. It's dumb. I mean, they taste really good when it's hot out.
It's just a seltzer. It doesn't taste like anything.
It just feels good. It
doesn't taste like anything. That's the point.
It feels good. It's better than a
calorie or whatever. Ugh.
I mean, I don't care about the calorie bit. I just like it. It's more refreshing on a hot day than like a beer.
Just drink wine coolers.
Beer's not refreshing.
We're
that's a hot take.
Back to the 90s. What are we doing?
I mean,
I hate the world.
Brandon lives in a perpetual state of disappointment.
It's so much easier to be. It's. I feel like it's better to be happily surprised than like disappointed. So just go into everything being disappointed, and then you can only be surprised happily, as opposed to
Wait, but then you live in a state. You just said being
yeah, but
disappointed is bad, but you
just
live in a state of disappointment.
assume disappointment, and then things can only be positive.
Not sure I follow that logic, but
you do follow it. You just don't want to. I have a lot of scotch, Nathaniel. I have a lot of scotch.
A lot of Brandon has a lot of scotch, and very good scotch at that.
I did a tour. We went. I went with my wife 3 years ago now. Driving around Scotland and bought like a lot of scotch. I brought like 13 bottles back, and then just like bought a suitcase full of scotch and walked through customs. And they're like, "How much scotch is in there?" I was like, "I don't know, a couple of bottles." And they're like, "All right, bye." That's like sweet. I guess I won't pay any taxes on this.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a drink. I don't like alcohol very much, like at all. I don't really drink much. To be honest.
Hey, gents, I have to bench 2 today. Forsberg versus Abs, Hornquist versus San Jose, Toffoli versus Leaves, and Landeskog. Need points, hits, blocks, shots, or goes well. Bench Forsberg and Landeskog, I think. I think I actually play Hornquist.
Yeah.
He's been good.
Yeah. I agree with that. And also, Johansson has not gotten top line for the Preds. He's effectively playing third line at the moment for the Preds. Would you drop Suzuki or Dvorak for the face-off win upside? The Sabres taking Eichel off draws essentially has really hurt me in that statistic. Wow, they took Eichel off draws, huh? I would drop either Suzuki or Dvorak, to be honest. If what you need is strictly face-off wins, like I'd probably lean Suzuki over Dvorak, but
where did you get this question?
It's from Nathaniel. It's right under the one you just answered.
Oh yeah, I see. No, I guess I didn't. I skipped like the middle part, but
yeah. I've got Fleury in 3 leagues. Should I grab Leonard for a tandem where he's available on the wire? Yeah, I would love the Fleury Leonard tandem. If you have 3 starts, if you have 4 starts, no.
League, I would not do it if it's a saves league.
Yes, if it's saves leagues, no. If it's an averages league, yes. And if you have 3 start minimum, because I think Vegas
beer is the best.
I mean, honestly, I don't like beer very much. I like sours. I will admit that I'm a weakling, and that's like pretty much all I like.
Well, I got to show you this beer that I got recently. Hang on.
Let me check Vegas' schedule really quick, because that's important too. So Vegas plays 3 games next week. Leonard will probably not get a game next week. Then Vegas plays 3 games with no back-to-backs after that. So Leonard's not going to get many games here probably, unless like their first back-to-back is the week of March 16th.
From Nightmare Brewing Company.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. All their cans are like this. They're like very grim, people being tortured and stuff. But this is a sour. It says it has some stupid name, and then it says it's a Gosa with blackberries, blackcurrant, and black sea salt. I actually had it already. It's pretty good.
Interesting. I do like sea salt.
It's very over the top with the
branding.
The artwork. Yeah.
Maybe we should do something like that.
Like this? Nobody should do something like this, but it works for a beer. Kind of. The name of the beer is Windlass of Erasmus, which of course it is, but whatever.
Can we rely on Allen getting at least 1 start? It seems like he's getting about 1 start every 3 or 4 games, and he's getting a start today. Yeah, I think that's how it'll be. I mean, they're in first place. They want to rest Binnington a little bit. I would say that's probably what you can assume. DeBrincat, Dadonov, and Athanasiou need to sit 1. I'm probably sitting DeBrincat, honestly.
Yep. I like that too. Would you drop Gaudreau for Bo Horvat? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. If Yamamoto comes back tonight, who's better? Get Yamamoto or AA. I lean Yamamoto in a vacuum.
Barely, yeah, they're very close.
But they're very similar. If beer go micro for that specialty stuff, sea salt
in the brew. Honestly, I mean, whatever. I don't know how much sea salt is in here, but enough to put it on the label, I guess. But
by the way, throw the video a like if you haven't already. For people that are jumping in and out of the stream or just dropping by to say hello, does help us out quite a bit. Would you drop Hornquist for Kubalik? Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't think so.
In a points league, I would. In a
Points League, yeah.
I don't know. They're pretty
Cats
close.
League, I don't think I would. Points League, yes.
They're close.
My take. Okay. And I mean, what time is it? 10:20.
So
yeah, we've done. How long did we go for? Let's see. So far, we've gone for an hour and 15 so far. So I think I'm good to call it a day. I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm gonna go hang out with.
I'm gonna swap my other account and give us a like.
Oh yeah, that's a smart move.
Nice
Smart move. So thank you guys so much. Thanks everyone for listening. Appreciate it. Also, sorry about the Georgiev and Korpisalo starts yesterday. If you did that, destroyed you.
Is Ellis worth chasing if want blocks? He's sure.
Yeah.
He's like a 45-ish point guy.
I like Ellis.
And he gets okay blocks. But he's not. He's whatever. He's probably the best not guaranteed top power play defenseman that's available.
Last one here.
Off IR. Have too many goalies. Saros, Khudobin, Bob, Demko, Halak. Who do you get rid of? Demko.
Oh, Jesus.
Or Khudobin. I don't know that you need him with that many goalies.
Probably.
Would you drop Brian Rust for Vatanen? Nope.
No.
I just picked up Brian Rust and I spent most of what I had left in my
and now you counter my Malkin so perfectly. I'm so mad. Although I counter your line with Wheeler, so that our finals should be super interesting.
We're not gonna meet in the finals. You're gonna get bumped in semis. It won't even matter.
No, I'm not. Who would I play right now?
I don't care. You're gonna lose. I feel it.
I hope not. I don't think so. I think I can do it.
It starts.
I'm gonna be getting Clefbaum back soon.
You can thank Gamby for that. So it starts.
Yeah. I have some good ideas sometimes.
I'm excited for every piece, Connie, but I keep killing it. Thank you.
Ooh, I get
Leonard with Vasilevsky rest of the season. Sure.
I mean, I'm gonna get Dean or Brett. I have the easier path to the finals right now.
I'm gonna beat anybody. It doesn't matter. I can't be beaten in semis. I don't think. But
I don't think so. I think you're unbeatable in semis.
Would you pair Leonard with Vasilevsky? Sure.
Yeah, sure. Would you drop Kemper, Holtby, Murray, or Demko? Demko.
Drop Severson for Keith. Yep. Yes. I actually would, Steven. I actually would. Keith has been very good. Severson is fine. But Keith gives you the peripherals on top of having power play upside.
Yeah.
You guys play for money in your leagues? Some of them.
Yes, we do.
In our listener leagues, they're free-ish, but we're going to give out like stuff to whoever places the best that is not us.
Yeah.
Our leagues are usually $50 buy-ins for most of them.
Yeah. I have one that's 50. That one. I have one that's 30. One that's like 10. Another one that's like 20. Different money leagues.
You gotta say Bill's name.
Almost all.
Bill Di Iturondo.
Bill Di Iturondo.
Would you shout out Carly? Hello, Carly.
What do you have on your thumb?
This is it's for my back massager.
Fuck. You're such a dad now.
Yeah, Lily got this for me because my back is like, right? It doesn't really work that well.
Wow.
But I have it, and these things are always sitting near me, so I just kind of mess with them.
I would drop. I mean, if you're gonna have a bye week, I think I remember this, Terry. I would drop Foligno for Yamamoto.
Yeah. Especially if you got a bye week count up for sure.
Yeah, especially if he's coming back today, like I would absolutely do it. Okay, so there you go. That is the Sit Start live stream. Keep an eye out Sunday for that thing that we put out, the week preview, and also pay attention next week. We're gonna try to do some more live streams on like Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know if Brandon will be able to join them. But I
will not.
Probably will not. So I will definitely be doing them Tuesday, Thursday for the heavier days, especially as we get close to the playoffs. I want to do more live streams to help out. Brandon's gonna go drink his nightmare beer, and
I'm gonna put it back in the fridge. This is for later.
Yeah. So thank you for listening. Also, tomorrow is Barcelona Madrid. I'm very excited about that. The last question here from Steven. How important is a streamer spot? Super important. Go check out on our page.
We have a whole thing on streamer spots, but it's more important than either of Athanasiu or Eberle if it's your final spot.
Yeah. I would go take a look at, if you want more information on streamer spots, go to our page and go scroll down to the playlist of Fantasy Hockey 101 and listen/watch to the streamer episode. That will explain everything you need to know in terms of what to do with, or how important streamers are. Well, I cast a shadow and I look like I have like a, it's weird. Okay. playing with shadows. Okay, it's
Let's go Pens.
Can we take back that call out? Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. We will catch you next time. Appreciate it as always. Thank you for the Canadian money. Brandon needs to go get a Timmy's. We'll put it on Twitter. Give us a follow. Vamos Barça. I'm a Sevilla fan. I just watched the Clásico for the drama. I just want Ramos to get another red card.
Who's going to play, Line or Yamamoto? If I had to guess, I would say Line is going to play. Oh. He seems more closer to returning, but either one, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay. Ciao.